Hi, I'm Chaen. Today I'm going to talk about the 101 Shades of Karma. This learning video is adapted from my blog, which is robertchaen.com. The universal law of karma is the hardest law for human beings to understand because they simply cannot see how it works. God works in mysterious ways, same as karma, same as death, same as justice. According to the law of karma, what one sows in one season, then one will definitely reap in another season. Simple as that. Now, the severity or the reward of the return of karma will depend on the intention and the final outcome of the damage or the benefit. So, because the law of karma is rarely instant, that means you don't get the return of karma immediately, but in another season. So many people do not realize that they may be receiving a bad karma in another time, and therefore they cannot relate to what they did wrong, which is now affecting them now. For instance, in a normal judiciary system, the severity and the punishment will depend on the nature of the crime as well as who the victim is. So if you, for instance, in the West, if you kill a policeman, then it's very, very severe and it could be death punishment. In the law of karma, the return of karma is not just about how severe the crime was, but more important is who was the victim. Let me explain. There are multiple scenarios of the return of bad karma. Okay, so there's an old belief that says this, that one does a crime, whether it's a rape or murder or you steal from a commoner, then the return of bad karma is one-fold. So now, if you do the same crime, say to a teacher, to a nurse or a lawyer, the return is tenfold. If one does the same crime to a policeman, to a soldier, to a judge, to a doctor, say to a journalist or philanthropist or professor or even a social activist, and those who protect the people and help the people, the return of bad karma is 100-fold. If one does the same crime, say to a priest, to a nun, to a charity worker or religious leader, or steals from a religious place of worship or an orphanage, or destroys, say, cemetery, the return of bad karma is 1,000-fold. If one does the same crime, say to a pope, a saint before he becomes a saint, or the Dalai Lama, or country president, or the king, or say a general, or destroy religious items or statues or relics or holy books, the return of bad karma is 10,000-fold. Now you see why there are different severity of bad karma. However, all the above will not apply if the victim is a criminal, a murderer, or say a tyrant dictator, say like Hitler. Then the above that I mentioned are just loose interpretations of the return of karma. The return of karma applies to human beings, animals, say animal cruelty, plants, living things, but not to God, because God does not have a human body. If someone insults God, he will not receive the return of karma, but he may receive a life lesson from doing that. Let's talk about the flip side of the karma, which is the return of good karma. So if, say, one helps, especially in times of critical need, or donate, or give loans, or restore religious items, or build religious worship areas and places and orphanages, then the return of good karma is like the above examples. Okay? What if the perpetrator is one of the categories above? Then what is the return of karma? Say the perpetrator is a king, or say a prime minister, and that prime minister, say, orders a murder or murders himself. So what is the return of karma? It will be 10,000-fold. So this goes all the way down the scale of what I mentioned earlier. Therefore, in one lifetime, a super rich king or a multi-billionaire may end up with a minus karmic account. So therefore, he may become a pauper, poor person in his next lifetime. So, if one uses God in vain as an excuse to steal, to rape, to punish, to maim, or to kill in the name of God, the return of karma is 10,000-fold. So God really does not need any followers to defend, to do justice, to have a holy war, revenge or punishment. Punishing or killing other human beings in the name of God is man's doing and not God's will. The above information comes from my conversations and channeling Angel Brenda, my twin soul. Okay, subscribe to this channel And also you can go into my blog, which is www.robertchaen.com. I see you again. Bye.